Yeah, yeah, yeah. The mountain is high, the valley is low, and you're confused. Johnny? Ed? Johnny? I'm sorry about that, Ed. Do your thing, Ed, so I could from there do my thing. A one, a two, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's Johnny. Thank you, Ed. Now where was I? Oh yeah. The mountain is high, the valley is low, and you're confused on which way to go. Are you gonna go my way? Just don't drink the Jonestown Kool-Aid mixed punch or whatever updated version. Ooh, I'm a rhinestone cowboy riding on an horse in a star-spangled rodeo. People always talking about me. I can't hear what they're saying. Only the echoes of my mind. So how are you all doing, social media family? Being of any subscribers of and likewise any visitors to that being of my own YouTube social media channel and our chat room. Sorry about the delays in trying to get this here present social media content a broadcast video to become one in the making. But then, as you all know, I am a tenant or resident or whatever I said in one of the less preferred neighborhood communities for vicinity area within city limits. Although the city has since moved something like the majority of most of the rowdies out into the suburbs. That could possibly explain the reason why the crime rate is going up. No joke. Seriously though. Yeah. I am now a resident or tenant in one of the less preferred vicinity area neighborhood communities within city limits due to certain neighbors for the likes of their kind haven't got me booted out a much better one after the management had failed for the yarn of a web of lies they were spinning and believed it instead of the truth, the fact of the matter that I was telling about a certain neighbor for the likes of one's kind, being of the likes of whom would be much more commonly called and commonly known as proverbial neighbors from down hell, Republicans of problem neighbors. And whereas now it's like a case of situation like out of the frying pan and into the fire, with me being in a worse neighborhood and with worse neighbors from down hell, nothing that God can't take care of, No matter what the problem, I go to the rock. The other day I was feeling sick as a dog, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was feeling fucked up. The derivative of the other F-bomb word, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I was feeling quite a bit of a funk, El Bapo Chapo Gut or Gutter Man. Is this your shirt? I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. How's this? No, I'm getting confused with the other song. Feliz Navidad and a Happy New Year. Yeah, I was really feeling the funk, you all. I was feeling toe up and throw up. I don't know what had caused me to feel that way, or hopefully it wasn't about to become fatal. No offense meant to the deceased, you know. Then all lives matter. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking that some of certain neighbors from damn hell could have done a number on me again. Somehow managed to make like the party crasher, if you know what I mean. You know, intruder, home invader. Well, it would be bad enough if they would have pulled that crap while I'm gone from my premises and property as a place of residence. Not that this is supposed to be the content of the present video broadcast, but I'm just saying before I were to get to what I presently wish to speak upon that will complement the name title thereof, you know, and to try to wrap this up so I can dive on into it. Cannonball! Oh, it's been quite a day today. Pass me some more of that cold lemonade, will you? Somebody. I drink from the bottle. Unless you all want some. No? Y'all had enough? Okay. Get more for me. Then we can get some more to share among all of us. What a bit about that in the neighborhood. And where was I? Something about it. Well, anyway, though, I think you all get the general idea of what I was trying to say much earlier before I have another, you know, what is it? Ronald Reagan or Joe Biden memory lapse? You know, he's a stutterer. You're all saying. Like he experienced some memory lapse. No offense meant to the mentally challenged part of this. I saw myself, especially with certain neighbors from damn hell. It's like out of the frying pan and into the fire. I'm in a worse neighborhood. You know, well, it's bad enough if I would have faltered in my addictions. Well, the most recent one, gambling. Gambled today. Hope I learned my lesson. Especially if it had your pockets on fire, burning a hole in it, feeding the machine, gambling machines, ain't getting nothing out of something sudden. I'm I myself, I could possibly or probably am or is one of the worst or one of the unluckiest gamblers, not only within the continental USA, but in the whole wide world, you know. God is trying to tell me something, tell you something, tell me something. Yeah, to stop gambling. You be hitting major losing streaks back to back. But then I was speaking upon last about some such neighbors from damn hell. This one particularly got me booted out of a better neighborhood. You know, because the management had gotten hoodwinked. He pulled the wool over their eyes, and then I got the walking papers that he should have received. And here I am now. The home is what you make of it. And when you have lemons, make lemonade. Hold that thought. And not that I mean to go off like cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. Like what of my most recent social media broadcasted video could have had me practically, if not possibly, sounding like some of such, you know, all together. Well, the thing is when you lose more than half of your marbles, then that's when the trouble begins. And where, as well as when. Read between the lines, fill in the blanks, you become like open season for all kinds of headhunters. You know, cannon fodder or whatever. Speaking upon that last mention, you know, so whereas as I'm trying to get on elsewhere for the closing of the day, and it had been quite a bit of a day of it, you know. I mean, the weather just was like, oh my God. just when you thought that Mother Nature could make you feel like you had been punched by either Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson, you know what I'm saying, or Evander Holyfield. Here it is. I'm trying to get on elsewhere so I can get some of such most needed item products to make sure that I have at least quite a bit of supply on hand just in case I would really be needing it. And be it water or toilet paper, toothpaste. Because I don't drink bottled water. I mean, just say I don't drink I don't drink tap water. Is what I meant to say. Sorry about that. It's a late hour. I don't drink tap water anymore. I only drink tap water if it is an emergency situation. I drink bottled water, if anything. If I'm short of I'm short of bottled water, there I go again. If I'm short of bottled water, then only then maybe I have a chance if I'm running really low on bottled water. Otherwise, I don't really drink tap water, So anyway though, as I'm going out there, I mentioned some of course I did, well, water and toilet paper is bare necessities of item products. And there's toothpaste and soap, etc. But anyway, as I'm trying to get to this one pharmacy, where I could have gone to a mini mart or supermarket for that matter, all the same, depending on whichever is close to me and depending on what the day is. It's been like, so as I'm going there via a mass transit of a public transportation system, I think I completed a former line of thought, if I'm not mistaken. Then it's all good if I can't remember. Gotta bring back to mind. If it still don't come back into my memory, then all things work for the good God. But anyway, getting back to some of such other. So as I am en route to get to this place of business so I could pick up as and make a purchase, buy some such one of the much more most needed item products. I had encountered some of such black youth. Why is it always that black youth are always cornering the market when it comes? Not that I'm saying that all black youth act ignorant or insane, okay? As a matter of fact, there are a lot of black youth who go about being respectful of their surroundings and the person within. Disregard what you just heard. It's just one of these neighbors from damn hell, idiots and are sickos, This one Hannibal Lecter wannabe character in real life. Then I had told you all about the one of the local yokels otherwise of a drug pusher and dope dealer down the hall who at one time in the world, hopefully he himself likewise don't still assume that he has a legit personal vendetta or grudge match with me, Well, so I say, if I were to get back to what I was trying to say before I was really interrupted by this other neighbor from down hell, in the apartment above that I'm on, and most of the neighbors from down hell that I have ever experienced to become subjected to were living in apartments above that I'm on, though there was a couple few, at least one, who was a resident tenant in an apartment below that I'm on. Anyway, though, getting back to this other one, though, well, hopefully he don't still think, as in assume he has a legit personal vendetta grudge match with me. That just remind me, this afternoon I opened up my apartment door and I noticed a bag of cat food outside my apartment door. I'm like, who put this here? I don't know. Certain neighbors have seen me feed my cat, or rather the building cat, the stray, and where someone person that feed it on a more regular basis compared to other neighbors or residents, tenants. And so I take it that maybe it could possibly be the drug pusher, dope dealer down the hall that had left it there to try to make peace with me, to let me know there's no hard feelings, Because I try to get along with everybody, you know. If at some given moment in time he could have mistook my verbal sentiments, you know, physical gestures, you know. Because you know, at one time or another, he was going in and out this back door, one or two back doors. The one next to my apartment door, although regardless of how he hadn't been doing it lately, I guess it finally sunk in that I'm not the enemy. I'm not trying to be ugly or evil toward you. I'm just trying to let it be known, just trying to put it out there of a line of thought that, you know, your midnight activities is kind of affecting my sleeping patterns, you know. It's causing me to not only wake up late, but it start my day off late. You know, it had me start my day off late when you keep going in and out of that back door next to my apartment at ungodly hours of the night or the evening. I'm be like wondering what's up, you know. Lately, he hasn't been doing so well. Been going out the front door, back door, right the front door, but still, that's kind of like affecting my sleeping patterns when he does such ungodly hours of night, but not like when he goes out the back door next to my apartment door at ungodly hours. We haven't been doing that lately. So I'm thankful for that, you know. I just have to remember to try to save up money so I could relocate elsewhere and hopefully get back into and hopefully get to taking care of business whereas I could either get back into one of the better neighborhoods that I had been a resident or tenant thereof is what I meant to say. Excuse pardon, forgive me for butchering the English language and American dialect again for the umpteenth time. Or get to one of the better neighborhoods that I've never been a resident or tenant there, but still are the same ways I relocate and get from this, you know, worse neighborhood. If you know what I mean, read between the lines, fill in the blanks, you know. Whereas it's bad enough to have to, you know, chill here and pray to God that He keeps you safe as a believer. And if you're not a believer or unbeliever or non-believer, then you better make sure, double sure that much more, double, triple sure that much more than a believer in God as I am. To make sure you have a working phone of some kind, be it a cell phone or a home phone, you know, just in case. Or you can use your cell phone as a home phone as well. You use your cell phone out in the street. Because who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows. So anyway, though, it's bad enough, you know, you have to live in a neighborhood that you don't want to really be a part of the residency or the neighbors, residents, tenants thereof. But on short notice, you have had to, you know, relocate because a neighbor from damn hell elsewhere where you was at in a better neighborhood that flipped the script and convinced management, administrative representative, personnel, or real estate elsewhere, otherwise at a different address location to give you walking papers that oneself should have received. And he should have received after I had put in a number of complaints with the management against him, as well as, you know, dial the emergency number 911 for the police to report his violations of his apartment rental lease and his disrespect for my rights and privileges as his fellow neighbor. You know. Yeah, it's bad enough to be chilling in one of the worst neighborhoods only to find out that it's like somebody don't want you to have any peace of mind in any regard, you know. For as you become part of the ridership of a mass transit of a public transportation system, here you have, you know, certain ones of the youth. It always more than seem like it's always like, you know, black youth or Hispanic youth at time, but not like black youth. Cornering the market, not that all black youths are you know, rowdy riffraff in training, you know, But it's like, disregard what you heard. It's just one of these neighbors from down hell again, as I was saying. But it's always seemed like the black youth are always cornering the market, being disrespectful for atmospheres of premises, properties of places of businesses, be it for mass transit, public transportation systems, for different bus and train routes, for places of businesses, be it public or private, you know, for malls or stores. I mean, it's just crazy, you know. So here it is, and getting to the present social media content at hand now. And whether I say I broadcasted 2/3 already of the present video, because I usually broadcast for a half an hour, 30 minutes, sometimes more, sometimes less than that time frame period that I set for myself. And it's coming up on my bedtime, 11 o'clock, you know, see, that I established for myself, regardless of any neighbors from damn hell, attempted to throw a monkey wrench in the program, attempted to, you know, derail the train or be trying to take care of the necessary business at hand for my own personal survival, that is, including trying to get a good night's rest, regardless of how I could possibly have to sleep that much more with something up on my bed, similar to a Louisville slugger or baseball bat for the worst neighborhoods I'm in. Anyway, getting back to some of such a. So, as I had become a part of the ridership of this one particular mass transit of the public transportation system with all these bus and train routes, you know, trying to get me one of the most needed item products, you know. Here it is, these black youth are carrying on misbehaving on a c.t.a. route, gotta be the bus or a train, you know. I'm like, why do they gotta act out like that, you know? Swinging from rails, acting like monkeys or imitating monkeys, you know. Bad enough if I see some white children, you know, hanging from rails, buses and trains, you know, with different routes. I'm like, and then when I try to bring it to their attention, but you gotta be careful because no telling, you know. I mean, seeing how they're very disrespectful, you know. I spoke and I had God on my side though. God has not given us the spirit of fear, but He has given us power. And I wasn't trying to be disrespectful to them, but I was like, you know, because they were okay. There was an older guy got on the bus. He should know better. He acted more ghetto than them, you know. Like whereas at one given moment in time, you know, well they be misbehaving on buses and train routes. You know. This time with the bus. So at one given moment in time, where the bus driver kind of like jerked the bus, you know, reckless driving, or trying to meet a time schedule. I guess I don't know, whatever. I want to hurry up and get his shift over with, so he can call it a night after possibly after practically and possibly quite a day of it that he could have possibly experienced and become subject to himself. So you know, this older guy of a passenger otherwise patronizing the general services of mass transit as we know it to be, commonly called and known in the same line called c.t.a. So when the bus driver had drove the bus in such a way and the bus had jerked and like the older guy kind of like trying to catch his balance and more or less bumped his leg into the leg of one of these here young black person. And I'm speaking up. He didn't do that on purpose. It was an accident. Blah, blah, blah. Who the talking to you? Why don't you shut your old rusty, dusty, musty up? I'm like, what, are you freaking kidding me? I'm like, from there, respect your elders, youngins. Remember the days of thy creator and the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. What was that? What'd you say? I said, respect your. While I was saying more. Respect your days. Remember the days of your creator and the days of like. I'm sorry, this pop up distracted me. My social media. What did you say? I was saying, respect the days that I created and the days that you, while the evil days come not. Shut up. Nobody listening to that. and you got some youngins in the back blasting their music, and these other youngins, these like where's the youngin in the back, like some brothers, some young brothers, the other youngins and some sisters. I'm like, wow, what have got what have I got myself into? You know? So I'm being sure that my I still have some energy on my cell phone just in case I may have to dial that emergency number for 911. It's like ever since this year, dial the emergency number 911 for backup. The boys in blue, the po, you know what I'm saying? The long arm of the law, the big boss man. I'm like, where do you get off cussing me as your elder? Cussing me like I'm one of your peers, telling me to shut the up. I'm like, man. I get to think, man, some people they gonna bust damn hell wide open. It's no wonder that a lot of these youngins or youngsters are being taken out before their time, dropping like flies faster than their elders. And then where's this old gentleman that I spoke in favor of? Let the youngin know that he didn't mean to bump into them. He said pretty much so close to me, and he gets to smoking on one of these e-cigarettes. He may as well have been smoking, the real thing. And I'm like saying, sir, don't smoke on the premises properties of a mass transit here. You're not supposed to do that. All of a sudden he's like, shut the I'm like, what? Are you freaking kidding me? Shut the I'm like, man, I spoke in your favor. Now you disrespect me more than these youngsters. These youngsters, you come off like an old fool elder. I was saying. I'm like, so I left it alone. I said, man, never again, not anytime too soon up again. Hey, come on, what the you got to do with me smoking, man? Don't worry about me, motherfucker. You worry about your damn self. What you and the horse you rode in on, cowboy? I'm like, mother, you old fart fool. You brain dead, brainless, old fart fool. I didn't bring it back to him like that, but I'm thinking in my head. And at the same time, I'm looking at the bus driver. I'm saying, you know what to do if push comes to shove. But then all the same, I'm thinking, yeah, let any one of them come up on me. I ain't going down without a fight. That's including this old fart of a guy, fella that should know better than to be misbehaving like one of these young fools, including them. So I'm like, what the damn hell is really going on? Is something in the air, in the water, or what? And hopefully, nobody's being experimented on by mad scientists, doctors, and nurses, etc. Look, I was like, wow, that is just total disrespect. So I left it alone. Here I am back at my crib for the baby boy here. But I live in a pad, a little actual place of residence, not a clubhouse. Now, I'm a grown adult male of a man. Home clean, homemade, pizza and folks. You know what I'm saying? Right? Though I acted the fool in one of my past social media broadcasts, a video, one that I aired most recently. Sorry about that. So this is what happened to me. Either late afternoon or early evening. And I guess I get to I guess I get to think from there. I guess, it's like, payback for how I had gambled money, because gambling is a sin in its own right. I'm just glad I come out in one piece, because I know one of these youngsters could have got froggish, and then I may have to kill one before they kill me, or even if I get killed in the process, just to leave my business card as well as they could leave theirs. I'm like, oh man, like God help me here. I'm like thinking, because I'm telling. I mean, it's like the black sisters of the likes. I'm not saying that all black sisters like that, you know what I'm saying? But the black sisters among the youngins, the youngsters, They more mouthy than the black brothers of their peers, you know, or that set, or that clique. I'm like, not that you don't have any elders who are not packing pieces or gaps in their school bags or purses and be like, yeah, let one of them youngsters, youngins, let one of them gang banging youngsters or youngins come my way like one means to do me some physical bodily harm or so much violence. No, I'm going to introduce to them my friends Smith and Wesson, you know. So you got to be careful because karma is a monster, you know what I'm saying, y'all? I mean, that total disrespect. Because I wasn't looking forward to all that. You know what I'm saying? All that disrespect to begin with. You know, I'm like, wow. Because I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta remember, you know, certain youngsters and youngin, they just got so little, if any, home training. Y'all know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Typing. I'm talking to y'all. I'm about to close out. Again, if you have not accepted Christ as your own personal Lord and Savior, then do it now, as He Himself is the only fire insurance against the lake of fire and hell. For the only way to become a citizen of kingdom of heaven. Yeah, it's rough out here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is a scary situation. I'm just thankful I was able to, you know, close that one chapter of an incident of a conflict of interest in my life. Hopefully I'll close many more. And, hopefully at least some, if not all, of the present converted neighbors from down hell don't continue to assume they have a legit beef with me. We out. Peace.